Hello and welcome to yet another video, and in this video it's going to be something a bit different because I haven't really done this before on camera and also in real life, is to actually physically clean the sensor of my cameras. I'll be cleaning my budget cameras, well, the cameras I use for my budget photography series, and also my Fuji mirrorless cameras, because for some reason my Fuji cameras collects dust very easily on the sensor, which is really weird because I am using a Canon mirrorless right now, and there are some dust spots on there, but I don't really see them when I take photos or videos, whereas this, just even changing lens one time or maybe two times, it just collects a lot of dust on the sensor already, and a lot of these dust is actually shown on my pictures and also on my videos, and it's really starting to annoy me quite a bit. But I haven't really done anything about it because I have my Canon mirrorless, my DSLRs, and other cameras that I usually use. So this is just, yeah, now that I have more time to actually do something, why not just clean my sensors? And I recently just ordered this sensor cleaning kit. So there's the actual liquid, and here's the little wind blower for the sensor. Here's a lens pen, which I already have, and there's just so much more, including the actual, one-time use only stick. Well, like one time in terms of like, you can probably clean 2 or 3 sensors with it, but after this particular clean, you just have to throw the stick away and you put this liquid on it. And then here's the lens spray liquid cleaner kind of thing. So yeah, since this takes multiple sensors anyway, I thought, why not just maybe share it between 3 sensors. And the reason why I really want to start cleaning as well is, especially with this camera, dust spots are okay, but a few weeks ago when I was changing lens, a really big dust got into the sensor of this camera, and I tried to blow it, but then I choked on my own saliva, and then part of the saliva actually hits the sensor. And with any liquid, it leaves certain stains. It's kind of disgusting talking about it, but it happened. And it's not really pleasant if I'm shooting at, let's say, a very high aperture number, like let's say f13, f14, and the actual stain from the liquid actually appears on the image. So I also will be cleaning that. So yeah, but because I'll be cleaning my camera sensors today, so I thought, why not, I will also be cleaning my lenses. And here's a tip that I would like to give when it comes to cleaning lenses, because it's something I actually do often. Some photographers and some people do use microfiber cloths a lot of times, but the part that they fail to really explain or give attention to is, well, these microfiber cloths really collect a lot of dust over time, and depending on how you store this and also how you clean it, it might be very clean, the first 10-20 times you clean your lens, but after that it might also start putting the actual dust spots back onto, let's say, the lens or the camera, depending on how you clean it, things like that. So, really store it properly, and just always buy really, really good microfiber cloths if you're gonna go this route. Yeah, but most of the time better use like one of those cloths that, came with your glasses, or those little cloths that doesn't really leave any stains behind, and that will actually last longer, though it's not as effective as microfiber cloths when you compare it like the first few trials, but that will actually last longer over a long period of time. And yeah, right into the video. So let me first unmount the lenses. I should have unmounted them long time ago, but yeah. The thing is, with mirrorless cameras like this, the sensor is always exposed. So yeah, but with DSLRs, especially the old ones that doesn't have sensor cleaning, like automatic sensor cleaning by itself, you have to go into the menu and then click on sensor cleaning, and then click on the manual sensor cleaning, because it's the only option available for these old cameras. So yeah, since I got this one, I actually never cleaned it, so is this. But the thing is, I think it's because there's a mirror in front of it, not a lot of dust actually gets into it. And I haven't seen any dust spots on these cameras yet, but I've seen a lot of dust spots on my X-T20 and on my X-T1, but my X-T2 is still actually mostly fine. There are only some dust on there, but it's not really so noticeable. So let me first do this. I know that usually there is this light that shines in the sensor, but because this is actually not deep at all, and for the reason that there's only like very minimum dust in there, I just don't feel like getting that 30 euros or 50 euros extra light just to shine on the dust spots. But yeah. Alright, this is actually my first time doing this, so I'm also nervous. I don't know if you can see it. Let me actually focus, like disengage from. So yeah, that's the stick. So yeah, so what you do is, I did read the manual, by the way. I don't really read manuals, but I did read the manuals for this one. So what you do is, from the manual, is to point the stick this way and then let it drip down by itself. And then, yeah. The color changes a little bit because it's wet now. And now just wait for a few seconds and then start the cleaning process. Wow. Wow. It's a very light touch, but it's satisfying. Yeah, very lightly, and it already like took. Oh man, that sensor actually looks brand new. I have it on phase autofocusing, so it's not really focusing. Okay, cool. There. It looks so brand new now. Back to my face. Alright, cool. Oh god, this is like brand new. Alright, that's done. And that was actually relatively easy. And now I'm actually gonna do it on my X-T1 because it's the worst one. By the way, you can get in different sizes. So there is one for micro four thirds, there's one for crop sensor, there's one for APS-H size sensor, which is this one. There's also for full frame, and I think there is for medium format as well. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that if you're using medium format. But I don't think that anyone who's watching my video would be using a digital medium format camera. Because I do have medium format, but it's film. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Now this is clean again. I'm not going to mount that lens back on because I will be cleaning that lens simply because it's also has a lot of dust. I usually don't use my lens cap, so I trust my lens caps with not having dust inside, but I also don't know. And to the last camera of my Fuji lineup with my favorite Fuji lens of all, I have a love-hate relationship with this lens, the 16 1.4. It's such a sharp lens, and it's the lens that I have on my camera at all times, but often it's... okay. I squeezed that a bit too much, and luckily it's not on my camera, it's on the table, the liquid, so I don't use this for lens cleaning. This is just my table cleaning cloth, microfiber. The other one for the lens is on a shelf, but yeah. But because I squeeze it a bit too much, I think I want to wait a little bit. But it's really interesting seeing how easy it is. I always thought that it's going to be so hard because, you know, some dust can actually be very, very heavy and really sticking to the sensor, but this very lightly and gently, somehow it just works. But yeah. There seems to be no more dust spots, which is cool. And for some reason, my X-T2 is also really good at preventing dust on the sensor, because I changed lenses on this camera quite often, like really, really often, because it became my main Fuji camera to go out and take pictures of street photography, portrait work, cityscapes, travel photography, things like that. Oh, I spotted one more. I totally forgot that they recommend that the camera should lay flat on the table, and I've been doing it with my hand. So yeah. Alright, it's actually pretty good now, and the sensor is also pretty new. And the sound that if the microphone catches the sound, that was like, you know, going, so around this part of the sensor, or like actually closer to the lens mount, there is this rubberized gaskets that kind of protrudes out a little bit, and whenever the stick touches that rubber part, it, you know, rubber and plastic, it makes noise if there's a little bit of scratch of that. But yeah, I'm actually onto my second one, by the way. This was the first. It turns out I really put in a bit too much on here, so it was giving some drops on the sensor. So yeah, that's the part that I cut out, because on my other camera there's a time limit. It's a much older camera, so there's a time limit on that. So yeah, recording time limit. So now onto the actual DSLR. Okay, Nikon, I haven't operated you in a long time. Shooting menu, I'm assuming it should be in the wrench menu. Okay, after looking through every single menu, maybe I'm blind, but I couldn't find the sensor cleaning menu. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it to manual mode, and then I will be picking at 30th of a second shutter speed. So I'm going to be leaving it open for 30th of a second, and I'll take the lens off. And yeah, I've never done this before. I'm not sure if it's safe, but I cannot seem to find the actual menu for sensor cleaning. So I will just be using long exposure trick then. I hope it's safe, but yeah. So first I'm just gonna... I don't know when was the last time this was clean. Man, that's very deep down where the sensor is located. Okay, I hope I didn't break the camera. So, as I was, like, right after I finished my last pat, like, on the camera, the mirror just went down, and had I spent another 2 seconds longer, I would probably have gotten in the way of the actual shutter curtain, and would probably make the curtain itself broken. But yeah, let me see the sensor. Let me just go one last bit with the cleaning. And she is clean. Again, this is not the most scientific thing, and I don't recommend you doing this at home, but like the way that I do, it's also just, I have nothing else to do. Yeah. So now the Canon. Something like my Canon 5Ds, they both have internal sensor cleaning automatically, and I've sent the Canon to the service center before to do the sensor cleaning, well, to actually check up the whole body and everything, but they also did the sensor cleaning anyway, so yeah, they're always clean, and I never see dust spots on them. Usually when I see spots, it's because my lenses aren't clean enough, and I'm shooting in very high aperture, but otherwise it's just fine. So, Canon menu. Okay, sensor cleaning. So, on a Canon 1D original, we have the sensor cleaning, select, sensor cleaning, and then you press OK. But I will press OK when... Alright. You see, that was easy. Oh, I was looking for the blower. Okay, this is a different scenario. This is actually the APS-H size sensor. Okay, let me just, yeah. Alright. It's an APS-H size sensor, which requires a little bit of a different approach. But I only have the APS-T size stick. And now I kind of know why you need the light. Not only that you can see the dust better, but on older DSLRs, well, on DSLRs in general, the sensor is so far down back that, you know, it's like a big tunnel. You're looking through a big tunnel and there's not enough light going in. That's why you need that special lamp to shine inside. But yeah, that's pretty much it with this. I think the lenses you probably know how to clean by now, but yeah, I will just gonna check up on all the rest of my cameras if they take pictures perfectly fine, and this video is actually getting a bit long. And I would like to mention that I do have a free photography guide on my website. I'll link that down in the description below, and right now I'm working on a free photography course just for the time being, because I feel like so many people are at home, and I would like to do something to contribute to the photography community. And of course, don't judge my photography skills or lessons based on how I just clean my sensors, because this is really my first time. Oh, by the way, on the Canon, after you finish sensor cleaning, you should turn the camera off so that the mirror flips down. Anyway, and these two are no longer usable, guys. And yeah, I just feel like giving something back to the community a little bit, photography community, because everyone right now is, you know, having their social isolation or social distancing, things like that, and they're at home, and I just feel like I should be creating something, and I want to create something and giving back to the community. And yeah, I'll be writing more free photography guides, but that is coming. It's not yet like published, so yeah, for now on my website there's only the free photography guidebook for getting out of the manual, like out of the automatic mode. Yeah, getting out of auto mode. Yeah, that's it for this video. I haven't made a video in a long time. I feel like I'm battling more and also not really as comfortable in front of cameras, but it's coming, it's coming. I'm working more on trying to create more online courses, more free online courses on my website. Right now there's nothing because I'm still working on it, and it's even harder right now that there's social distancing going on and all the lockdowns and everything, and people should stay at home. And here in the Netherlands you can be fined for being too close to other people, and there have been fines in the past, so I don't feel like risking certain things. So yeah, I'm taking my time, but it's definitely coming. And yeah, that's it for this video, really. I will not risk cleaning my main cameras, even though I don't think there's much risk to be taken. And it's clean anyway, very clean. Anyway, yeah, you're going to know the brand. I'm using VSGO brand. There's so many other brands out there. I only picked the one with reasonable price, meaning that it's not the cheapest, like, but it's also not super expensive, and also it has legit good reviews, not just reviews by the bots. But I got it from the Amazon website, so yeah, that's that. And it comes with, if you get the set, it comes with a set of quite a few sticks to clean, also microfiber cleaning cloths, as well as the lens wipes, lens pens, paper lens wipe, and also the liquid for the sensor cleaning, the liquid for the lens cleaning. Yeah, and a little pouch that you can always take along with you. Alright, it has been a pretty long video. Thank you very much for watching. Have fun shooting. See you in a bit. Bye.